Hey! And welcome back to Build with the Boys. We have now got, which number is it, Oz?
8.
We've now got issue 8 of Fanhome's Build the Infinity Gauntlet. Something we didn't mention in the last one, we got a pack of 3 batteries with this one, because a lot of you were saying you didn't get the batteries for one of your Infinity Stones. We did. So we did get the batteries, but I mean, Fanhome, to their credit, have listened to that and gone, okay, so sent everyone out a pack of batteries. So these are for the people that were missing some, but it's worth holding on to them, because if you get another one where that happens, well, you've got them. So if you already had your batteries, hold on to these, and you'll be able to use them for other Infinity Stones, won't you? Because we have got another, 4 Infinity Stones to go?
3.
3? No.
We've
made
mind,
3.
Reality and time.
Okay. And minerals. Isn't there a vitamin stone?
There should be a vitamin stone.
There should be a vitamin stone. A kidney stone. Right, so in this one, what we'll be doing is we are, again, working on the palm, and we are adding extensions to it. And we will be using the piece that we didn't use from issue 7. We go into this as well. We're basically building outwards, because we're going to build where the thumb is going to sit. And we will be starting the thumb at the end of this month's pack. But we'll put it together. We'll take a look at it. Again, we are going metal into metal. So we are going to use 3M 3-in-1 oil.
3M?
3M, yeah. It's a type of tape. I use that as well. 3-in-1 oil. We'll be using 3-in-1 oil just to ease those screws in. So let's get this open. Let's have a look at what we get. Let's get this built. Okay, so these are the parts we get in issue 8. Now, these are all metal. Tiny. It's tiny, but it's all going to matter. And we will be attaching this to the palm of the glove. So these parts will be going here, and in here we'll also be using this part that came with issue 7. So let's get into it. Are you?
No.
Okay, so taking our gauntlet over, what we're going to do is let's turn this one over. And this piece here is going to fit into this slot just there. I'm going to keep that in with 1 screw. Now, again, they've not changed the screws yet. None of the screws are numbered. And so far, every screw we've used has been exactly the same type, which I quite like, because that makes life a lot easier when we're trying to scrabble around for, a AP or a ZM or a double X view. This way we are just going straight down, straight in, 1 screw. And we know exactly which screw it is, because it's the only ones we've got.
Round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
There we go. So that's that one in. Right, so turning that one over, that is how we are now looking. Now we're going to take this little piece here, and this is going to turn
tiny
back over. We are going to slot in here like so. Now again, there we go. So let's turn this one around. And we're going to put 2 screws in, one there, just to hold this in place. Again, I am using the 3-in-1 oil because it just makes the transition into metal parts easier. I can already see this one's got some swarf on it, so I'm expecting this one to give me a fight.
Are you sure you don't mean the 3M oil?
Yeah, so it's going to find it hilarious that it said 3M instead of 3-in-1.
3M is like a droid's name.
It's not droid's name, it's the name of a tape brand.
It could be a droid's name.
It could be a droid's name. 3M could be a droid. Quick 3M.
You need to save the battleship.
Right. So 1 more of these screws.
3M and R2.
Yeah. It could be R2-D2's mate, could be R2-D2's girlfriend, 3M. Okay.
R2-D2's a legend. I mean, he's been in all 9 Star Wars films. Yeah, everyone's all about, oh my god, the Skywalkers are amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
well, that's a different genre, different conversation for a different model. But here we go. Right, so that is tight, man. Yeah, there's swarf in these. I'm not really happy with it. I'm happy with the finish, but the actual holes, not so much. Right, so that's that one in. So that's how we're now looking there. Happy?
Yeah.
Right. We are now going to move on to the piece that we got in issue 7. Now, I know this is not going to go in without a fight, so this is probably going to need some tapping or some hammering, I think.
Hammering?
Yeah, possibly. So this should go in there, but... Oh, maybe I'm talking nonsense, because it looks like it's going.
Don't talk nonsense, it's not good.
No, we're going to need to tap that down. So cut the film for now. We'll tap this into place.
Okay.
Okay, so we didn't hammer. We just wiggled.
Oh, shame.
Well, I don't want to take a hammer to anything. But again, you don't need to hammer this. You just need to kind of adjust the position of it. It will fit in. Once you find that sweet spot, it will go, and it's all pulling together nicely now, because I can feel that. That's always reassuring on a model, where you can feel it pulling together. It's good.
How many screws go in here?
4 are going in this time, and it's they're quite tough work, these screws, I will say that. So we're going 1 in here. They are tough work, but that's good, because it means they're biting, they're pulling, they're holding. When a screw goes in too easily and it's almost rotating the hole, that's never a good thing. I'm not a fan of this screwdriver. We might revert back to wearers at some point. Wow. Okay, that's that one in. Right, 2 more.
Yes.
This thing is growing at a ridiculous speed. I mean, I know it's massive, but it's like now that I'm starting to realise how massive.
How many issues are there?
100. And I mean, we're only...
No way.
Yeah, we're only 8 in. Now, I do have a theory that not all 100 issues build the glove. I have got a feeling...
Don't we have 110 since you got the deluxe?
Well, yeah, we have the stand as well, but that's still 100 for the main glove. I've got a theory that this is going to be similar to Iron Man, that I think there's going to be 2 additional fingers in a snap position, because I'm struggling to see where 100 issues go. Having seen where they are in France with 36, and this thing is absolutely gargantuan already, I've got a theory that we will have additional fingers.
So like you can take the fingers
so it can be
off.
snapping. Yeah, so you can swap out 2 fingers for snap fingers, I think. I might be completely wrong, but it's just a theory at this point. I've got nothing to back that up.
Hats off to Thanos for snapping in a glove.
Yeah, in a gold glove. It's bloody impressive to click. There we go. So that's how we're looking on the inside. Now, if we flip this one over, wowzers. Now, what that is going to be for is when our thumb is all built up, our thumb is going to attach to the side here.
Okay.
You see how that's working?
Yeah.
Yeah. So not exactly like that, but that's where we're going to be going. So that is all there is to do in this stage. Let's have a chat. So that's 47. Oh, that's number 8 complete.
You said 47.
I did. That's something of Hero 47. We'll talk about in a minute. But look at that. I mean, it's growing ridiculously. And again, for comparison, this thing's just huge. It's just absolutely huge.
How tall would you say Thanos is then?
Thanos is 9 feet. Thanos is 9 foot tall, so he's 3 foot taller than a normal person. So he's a third bigger than most people. So it makes sense that this is as big as it is.
The only person that could wear this Infinity Gauntlet has to be that one basketball player.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal?
No, not Shaquille. Shaquille O'Neal could play it. But there was like this really tall one.
Oh, that could do the no jump dunk?
Yeah. Yeah,
possibly. But this thing is growing ridiculously huge already. The fact we're only on issue 8, and that's what we've already got, plus the back of the gauntlet, is... I know he did. Is insane. That's all for this one. What we're going to do is going to have a chat about a 47th hero, and it is this guy. So who's that, Oz?
That is Nova.
Nova. Now, Nova is kind of like...
leader of the Nova Corps.
Space cop, basically. So the Nova Corps were like a police force. Now, Nova himself has no powers. All the powers come from the helmet.
Yeah.
But they are bloody impressive powers. I mean, he is like Superman when he's got that helmet on, because he has strength, he has speed, he has healing ability, he can fly. It's ridiculous. And Nova's been an interesting character because he did have his own series. He was the man called Nova, and when that kind of died out a little bit, he's been affiliated with so many groups.
Yeah, he was. I was first introduced to Nova when I watched a Spider-Man show.
Yeah.
And he was in that.
He was. He's a hell of a character. And I mean, he has appeared in so many of the massive stories that have happened in Marvel over the years. Nova's always been front and centre in all of them.
He was a Guardian of the Galaxy.
He's been a Guardian of the Galaxy. I think he was a Thunderbolt briefly. He was part of one of his biggest deals. They removed him from the kind of equation. He was part of the New Warriors.
Who were the New Warriors?
The New Warriors were kind of like... Namorita was one of them, who was Namor's cousin. Speedball was one of them. And they were kind of like lower level heroes. And what happened to the New Warriors was they were part of a reality TV show called The New Warriors.
Yeah.
And it was that era where a camera crew would follow them, sort of taking down minor villains. And Nova left about a week before this happened. So Nova left the New Warriors.
Yeah.
And went somewhere else. But the New Warriors then went and tried to arrest a villain called Nitro.
Nitro's a pretty big deal.
And Nitro's reaction was to detonate, and Nitro could make almost like atomic level blasts. And he wiped out an area that killed, I think it was 661 people. 361 people. 60 of those were children in a daycare centre.
Bloody hell.
But he also killed all the New Warriors. And that act triggered Civil War in the Marvel comics.
Did it?
Because it was at that point where they said, right, heroes need to be regulated. They can't just be going loose cannon. And that is what triggered Civil War. But Nova was out of it at this point. So Nova wasn't involved in Civil War because he was off planet. He was part of the Annihilation story. But Nova's a hell of a character. And it has been rumoured that he's going to be in a movie. And he kind of was.
He's already been in a movie.
Yeah, so he is in Guardians of the Galaxy. So John C. Reilly played the character that goes on to be Nova. But there's been multiple Novas. There's not just one. There's been Nova Prime. There's been Team Nova. There's been a lot of different Novas. So just because he was the character doesn't mean that's the Nova they're going to go for. Yeah. But I don't know. With Marvel, it's all up in the air at the moment with what they're doing and who they're doing it with. And even the studio now are looking at it going, maybe we should scale back on some of this. So I don't know if you're going to get a Nova film, a Nova show, if Nova's going to turn up at all. I don't know.
Yeah, but... So what's happening with Marvel is they're inviting irrelevant characters to the equation. Well, Nova's relevant, though.
Nova is completely relevant. I'm kind of hoping that if he is introduced as a legitimate character.
But like characters like Miss Marvel and She-Hulk, they're not relevant.
They are C-grade characters, but it is Miss Marvel. I wouldn't say the Kamala Khan one. She definitely is C grade, but the original Miss Marvel, no, it's Captain Marvel. I'd say it's a big deal. But Miss Marvel, not so much. She's a lower grade character. But they're running out of characters, mate. They're running out of characters. It's the reality. So all the big hitters they've done, with the exception of Fantastic Four and the X-Men, they're running out of characters, which is why you're going to see Squirrel Girl, and you're going to see...
Squirrel Girl's okay, though.
Squirrel Girl's awful. Squirrel Girl is an awful character.
I swear she took down Thanos once.
Yeah, that's what makes it terrible. That's what makes it terrible. But yeah, so Nova's a very key character. I mean, he's got a great look as well. I mean, on film he'd look good. It's an interesting character, and it is something that they can pass mantle, which you'd think for casting of Marvel movies, they'd quite like that. So if an actor goes, I don't want to do this anymore, we'll just take the helmet off you and we'll just put the helmet on someone else. So you think that maybe that will turn up in a movie at some point. It has been rumoured for ages that there was going to be a Nova TV show, but nothing's come of that, and I've heard nothing about it. But
I want Nova.
I'd like to see a Nova show, to be honest with you. I'd quite like to see that, but we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I'm sure we're soon going to find out.
If they're running out of characters, shouldn't they just do sequels?
Which they probably will. But that's all for this one. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. We'll be back incredibly soon with issue 9 of Fanhome's Build the Infinity Gauntlet. We'll be doing more to the back of the glove, I believe. Say goodbye, Oscar.
Goodbye, Oscar.
In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. If you'd like to contact us, you can contact us at buildingtheboys@outlook.com. We'll be happy to answer any questions. Until next time, we'll see you then.